What's up, Kissables? This is the Kissable Diva. I'm your love coach and your date night expert. And you are tuning in to the Kissable Nights podcast, where we discuss everything love, sex, and relationships after dark. Thank you so much for tuning in, Kissables. I really appreciate it. We're just going to give you 3 tips on dealing with distractions in relationships. And we have a lot of distractions, a lot of outside distractions as well as in the home. But we're just going to talk about 3 of them on how to deal with those distractions or how to combat them so that we don't lose sight of what's important. Just to open it up, thank goodness for all 800 employees being able to go back to work. You know, it is temporary. Hopefully, it can be something permanent because everybody needs to work. Everybody needs to make money. We don't need to lose any more money and that we already owe. I am so happy for everyone that is able to go back to work. That's something that would have affected us all eventually. It already got down to, to those that were on WIC and food stamps, and hopefully that picks back up for them. Moving on, did you guys see Amanda Seales' I Be Knowin comedy special on HBO? Listen, please learn about the terms caucasity, vagenda, STS, all the Beckys and Hannahs, okay? I'm going to just leave you with that. Those words, there are more, but I thought that it came from a wonderful perspective of a professional woman in a professional black woman in a predominantly white world, basically. I thought it was a fresh comedic perspective, a black woman who is black and educated and knows how to handle herself in all situations and aware. I absolutely loved it. Y'all go see it. It's a nice comedic relief, and learn those terms and see what that's all about. So let's move on into the subject for the night. Distractions and how to deal with distractions within your relationship. So I only have 3 tips for you tonight. This is not going to be a long podcast, but this is valuable information about these tips. So from your part, and if y'all hear raindrops, please excuse that. I'm in an odd spot for doing the podcast tonight. But anyway, from your partner's point of view, make sure that you are being sensitive to your partner and how it is that they communicate. And that goes back to love languages. Learn how they communicate, how they love, how they understand. And that way or what their communication style is. And that way you'll be able to communicate how you feel with your significant other. Respecting how they feel and express yourself in a very healthy way. So situations that happen, you don't want to be expressing yourself angrily, because when it's angry, some people take defense and they don't even hear what you're saying. So you want to choose a time when you know that your significant other is emotionally available and open to hear you, your concerns, and what it is that you need. So I had a couple that I was speaking with, and the situation was she went in, she used her favorite, they were at home, and she went into the bedroom and she used her favorite body wash, body spray, did her hair, her makeup, picked a, like a nice little casual little outfit. And she went up to her husband and she said, "How do I look?" And he looks at her and he says, "You look okay." And she, in amazement, was disgusted and upset. And she left the house. He didn't think anything of, her leaving the house. Maybe he thought, oh, maybe she's going to the store. She's always getting dressed to go places. So she gets in the car, she drives off, and then, you're mad, but he doesn't know that you're mad. And she texts, she does text him, send him a text, and she says, why don't you find you some other BITCH that you think looks good? Now, he's sitting there at home as he's watching the game, really confused as to why his wife is sending him an angry text telling him to go find some other bitch, which he felt she shouldn't do. Now, he's all, not in a very open mood. And she comes home and she cools off and she's ready to talk now. Well, he's not. He's not ready to talk. Now, how could that have been avoided? Let's go through these points. Now, this is an example of how she allowed his response to distract her, because she could have just expressed herself and he could have said, you know what, you're right, babe, you look beautiful. And that could have been the end of it. And she could have just sat by him for the rest of the night and spent that quality time with him watching the game. But however, we're going to how these 3 points can assist with that situation. So, learning from your partner's point of view, learning what makes them uncomfortable and what makes them comfortable, respecting how they feel and how they express themselves. And you must do it in a healthy way. And knowing what helps your partner communicate. So knowing what their love language is and their communication style is as well. If she knows that he is a simple guy, he doesn't like makeup, you don't have to dress up for him. He loves you just for your beauty. Had she just, I don't know, pulled her hair back in a ponytail, maybe just put on some gloss, maybe, if she really felt like she had to do that. And just said, baby, how I look. He could have said, you look okay. Or you look absolutely beautiful. I love you like that. Because he knows that you like to wear makeup. And the fact that you don't have any and that you're about to step out of the house, he will compliment because he loves that look on you. But for her to communicate to him that she needs more, which goes into the next point, what matters the most? Being direct and saying how you feel, what you want, and what you need. If she would have said, babe, I went in our room, babe, I really took time to, look this way. I used my favorite body wash, my favorite spray, my favorite perfume, and I did my hair and I spent time on my makeup, and I really love this outfit. And I need more from you. I need you to tell me that I look beautiful. I want you to tell me I look beautiful, I feel I look beautiful, but I want to look beautiful for my husband, or my husband to have something nice to look at. And if he understands that, oh, she's doing this for me, or, oh, she really wants me to compliment her. The next time that she asks, honey, how do I look? You know what? I really love, now he can be detailed. Now he can say, I really love that outfit. I really love how you did your hair, how you made it nice and curly. You look beautiful, babe. I love it. And that way, the communication changes versus him saying, you look okay. Because in his head, he probably was like, she is so pretty. She don't need that makeup. You look okay, baby. You know what I mean? That's another tip. The second tip, what matters the most? And expressing yourself on what matters the most can help communication with your significant other. So the third tip that I want to leave you with tonight is capitalizing on positive experiences. So we've all had those hiccups in our relationships where somebody messed up and didn't pay the car payment, light bill, or whatever it was, or somebody didn't cook dinner and you come home and you frustrated from work and you just want to relax and eat, but there's nothing cooked, or the bed wasn't made up, or the house is still messy from the kids coming home, and you come home and it's just a wreck. Those type of experiences can be turned into positives. Now, if you're working on bettering yourself as a couple, one strong suit of one person in a relationship should be the other strong suit or you should be equal. So one strong suit for the wife should be one strong suit for the husband. So the husband, like most men I've met, are diverse. They're very good domestically. They're very good financially. They know how to deal with the finances. They know how to cook, clean, and keep a house in order. They know how to take care of the children. They even know how to do hair. So to have a male in the house like that, not all men are like that. I'm not saying go out and find a man that does all of that, but I'm just saying that it would be good for both male and female to be equally, for them to be equal when it comes to those roles or suits. When it comes to just paying the bills, cleaning the house, and cooking, nobody's saying you have to go the extra mile, but no, nobody's saying that you have to sew and cut patterns out, and be a seamstress. I'm not saying all of that, but if one partner goes down, the other should know how to take care of the finances of the household, the children, whether it be the wife or the husband or your partner, however your situation is in your relationship. So looking back to capitalize on those experiences, make those experiences that you probably would make it negative, like pointing out the negative that happens in your relationship and tallying it up on a piece of paper of all these negative things, when you could turn it around to be something positive and say, baby, you remember when you didn't even know how to wash clothes, or you didn't even know how to cook, but we took time together and we went to cooking lessons, and we made it a priority of something that we wanted to do in our relationship because we wanted to make it better. Capitalizing on those positive experiences, or making those experiences positive, is key, and it helps a building block to a stronger foundation, a stronger relationship, more confidence that, at least I know who I'm with will try to do what they need to do to make this better. So with those tips from your partner's point of view, make sure you're looking at it from their shoes, and don't be selfish. Take responsibility for your feelings. Take responsibility. Don't think that they can read your mind and she wants me to say this. She wants me to say that she's beautiful. No. He's just answering the question. And maybe he just answered the question because he wants you to move from in front of the TV. Maybe his, attention is somewhere else. However, look from their point of view. Make sure that your partner, once you learn your partner, because I've talked about this in past podcasts, learning your partner and making sure that they're open enough to receive, they're emotionally open or emotionally available to receive what you're saying to them, what you want to express to them. So seeing it from their point of view will help you in communicating and learning their style and their love language. What matters most? So what matters most is expressing how you feel, what you want, and what you need. And your partner needs to do the same thing, making sure that you both are in an open state of mind to be able to discuss these things and put a plan together to work towards doing better. So all these things could have been a distraction had you not learned how to communicate, had you not learned your partner's love language. Because some people, they get so frustrated they just walk away because they're not open to learning. They're not open to trying to communicate in a healthy way. So you want to not have these distractions, or learn how to deal with the distractions, because you're going to have them. Learn how to deal with them so that you can move forward and be stronger within your relationship, because nothing great is easy, for sure. So the last one, capitalizing on the positive experiences, capitalizing on those experiences, those negative experiences, or those awkward or embarrassing, something that you can laugh at and appreciate that you have grown from, and that you both are more confident and stronger within your relationship. So hopefully these 3 points you'll be able to apply to your relationship, or anybody will be able to apply these 3. They're just small 3 ones. There's many more, but you'll be able to apply these 3 points to your relationship. Thank you so much for listening, Kissables. I really appreciate you taking out the time to listen to the Kissable Nights podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at Kiss Retreats, KISSRETREATS, Kiss Retreats. I am the owner of Kissable Retreats. That's the shortness of it. And you'll be able to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. You can come over to the Facebook page, Kissable Retreats LLC. is where we post a podcast and many other things. We have a lot lined up. I'm working on it, trying to get it all out. I apologize for this late post, you guys, but I had a couple of hiccups. However, thank you so much for listening. Look forward to the next week's episode dropping early. We're going to drop it on Saturday. Usually we drop episodes 8 o'clock Eastern time on Sunday, but we're going to drop this one on Saturday, right before the Super Bowl. Okay? So make sure that you listen to the podcast on Saturday, because you can use, ladies or anybody who is not savvy with football can use this information. Now, I'll be reminding you throughout the week, as long as you follow me on Instagram or Twitter. I'll be reminding you throughout the week to make sure that you listen to the podcast that drops on Saturday. I'm going to drop it on Saturday, same time, 8 o'clock Eastern time, dropping it on Saturday before the Super Bowl. These are pointers that you will need to surprise your boo. We're going into the love month, so I'm going to be giving tips and tricks on how to surprise your significant other. Oh, you guys, last thing, I wanted to give you date night of the week. So this date night of the week, have a book club for two. If you don't want to read the books at the end of the night, you're a busy couple, that's okay. Use Audibles, and make sure I have some suggestions for finance, relationship, and sexual needs. So for finances, Smart Couples Finish Rich by David Bach. For a relationship book, Getting the Love You Want by Harville Hendricks, PhD. And then for in the bedroom, being a little bit more intimate and paying more attention to your significant other when it comes, to your intimate time. His Needs, Her Needs by Willard F. Henry Jr. So you'll be able to, you can pick up those books or look into other books that, may be your fancy. Again, you don't have to get the actual book. You can do the Audibles. You'll be able to send each other text messages to keep up with each other as far as the book, and discuss, what works for you in your relationship and what direction you want to go. So I hope you all have already made your couple vision boards, put a picture of yourselves in the middle, and planned out all the things that you want to complete this year as a couple. You need to have your own too. But since we're talking about busy couples on here, as a couple, create your vision board, put yourselves in the middle of the vision board, everything that you want to accomplish for this year, and plans and action steps to get it done. So with that being said, y'all, thank you so much for listening. This is the Kissable Nights podcast, where we discuss everything love, sex, and relationships after dark. Thank you so much for listening, y'all. Remember to keep it kissable. Peace. By David Bach.